I will start a presentation right now, and I will share my messenger where I use Noxs. Can you see it right now?
Yes.
Perfect. Thank you. So first of all, I would like to show one of the most useful feature from which we would like to start. This is called health check report, and how we use it and why it's needed. Just imagine or remember a situation when you receive some escalation questions from your clients that, for example, received invoice bigger than they expected, or if they have some questions about team performance. And as a leader, you need to know exact state of your project right now. So we can do it with providing, how we call it, health check report, for example, for Jira. I just request this report for Noxs, and I expect to see all statistics about tickets that we closed within the period. I would like to see the whole statistic about spend time. I would like to see statistic about team performance, overall state of my project for the provided period. For sure, I can ask my managers to help me with this and go and generate such kind of report, but we need to understand that it will require time for them. It will delay my understanding of the current state and my response to our clients. It may have their human misinterpretation of some digits, statistics, and understanding of this report. I would like to avoid it, and for sure it's really cool if such reports can be generated, let's say, in minutes. And you can see right now that Noxs already performed this activity. It showed me this report in maybe 1 or 2 minutes. Even here in chat, it's cool, but maybe not so convenient. That's why I open it by a link that is provided in the chat, and I can see the whole statistic here in Google Doc. Possibly it's convenient for some editing in the future if it's needed. But yeah, what is included into this report? Firstly, we can see overall statistics about the project. It includes, for example, average cycle time. That means how quick we close tickets. 11 days, working days. It's maybe normal, but can be improved ideally from my point of view, but it's pretty normal. If we see the next statistic that is called flow efficiency, it's equal to 55%. And for me, it's a possibly bad result. I think that it's potential area for growth. If I scroll down a bit, I can see the statistic that is divided by each status, and where I can understand all details. And here I see that in progress work, fine, 9 days, maybe it's normal depending on the task. In review status, here we spent about 30%, and we spent 6 days, working days in review. For me, I think it's bad, especially if it's some small or medium project. The same for QR. While we are waiting about 3 days to start this activity, it's area for improvement. This is what attracted my attention firstly. Then, if I scroll up a bit and return back to this overall table, I can see digits that attract my attention. This is everything that relates to hours and budget and time. So I see good result for estimation accuracy. It's really good, but at the same time, I see bad result for forecast accuracy. Forecast accuracy means what has been estimated and spent in reality. And why this happened? Because it's happened because 60% of our tickets was without estimation at all. So it's really difficult to control progress and plan some activities further for such situations, and it's really expected outcome to have escalation about maybe unpredicted invoice sums, etc. And I see these statistics for the whole team. If I scroll down, I will see statistics individually per person, and I can understand who perform better or who perform worse here. For example, paying attention to logged hours and planned hours for that period. And for sure, here it's clear from the first side where we have problems and what we should adjust. If we scroll a bit down, yeah, this is top of item that should attract my attention, what I should investigate and maybe resolve with my team. Next step is positive aspects and aspects that can be improved generally. That is fine. That is aggregate everything that we saw above. I don't want to spend a lot of time reading all these descriptions, but the idea of this is to summarize everything, all digits that we saw before. And finally, Noxs suggests some recommendations here, how it can be automated to avoid or improve digit statistics that we saw above. For example, Noxs suggests to track situations when someone starts working on a ticket without estimation. It seems simple, but for our case, for these statistics, it's important. It can help us to fix cases when people just start working without paying attention if they estimate something or not, and then manager resolve these issues when see the results of the month. This is just one example. Another example, this rule: from Monday to Friday, send me a notification at some specific time and include all tickets where logged hours is more than estimated time. If no such tickets, no notification is needed, and information what we would like to see in this notification. This is a way how I can control my team on daily basis and see how they progress on some ticket on some work that they perform. And it's good in comparison to Jira, because in Jira we receive updates for all tickets together, and it creates some kind of noise, and I don't just pay attention to alerts at all. In this situation, in this automation approach, we can pay attention only to notifications and alerts that are interesting for us and that are include the most important information. And this is an example for more cases for these statistics above. I just choose several of them, how it can work. To show you this idea. If we return to our messenger, I can show you another example. So as for Jira, it's clear. All of us, I think, work with similar tools, and it's expected that Jira has some statistics. If we speak about Confluence, it's a bit more complicated to receive statistics there, because Confluence is for documents. No one or less of us track this statistic, but it's also important. And I also would like to understand how, if we have good updated documentation, how quick people react to some questions in documentation, how full our documentation is, if we have some required documents there, if we just duplicate them or write everything from scratch and create area for potential tech debt here. Everything can be received from Confluence, but we don't have such like tools and maybe diction to track Confluence statistics on daily basis. But here we try to automate it and also show some digits that can create and understand the picture from the high level. And just a second, magic will occur, and Noxs will analyze which information we have right now for Confluence and show this report. As well, we see these statistics here in the chat as a response, and as well, we can open details and see the report in a Google Doc. What is included into this report? We have activity index, for example, that represents how often we work with Confluence, how quick and regularly we update the documentation. It shows, for example, actionable docs ratio. That means the percentage of documents that require some clarification, that have TBD, to do, clarification is required, comments, for example, and here it's 38%. It's I think, high level for a standard project, especially for a month's period. What's interesting here, and what surprised me, to be honest, when I saw it for the first time, it's average comment time. It represents how quick people leave the first comment after page publishing. And that means for us that people don't pay attention to documentation after it's publishing for almost 20 days. And this is aspect that we would like, for example, to improve here. This is just interesting aspect from this report. Yeah, and here we can see statistics about people, about individuals in our team. We can see similarity of documents that we have, and also have statistic about overall, let's say, conclusion of this report. And what's interesting, maybe the most interesting report that we have is GitLab one. Why it's so interesting? I think especially for management, that we work often with Jira, and it's clear, as I said, because these metrics are clear for everyone. As for Git, it's more like some kind of development tool, and but at the same time, it influences a lot on the overall statistic, and it shows some insights that can really improve our processes of delivery and help to deliver quicker. And for example, if we receive escalation about the team performance, it's a good place to see some important metrics that can be improved and what can be investigated deeper to understand if we have some people who require help. Do we need to enhance this team, or do we need to add some maybe leads, mentors to the team? And yeah, when I request this report, I expect to see information about efficiency for the team, for the individual who work in this team. And the same, we can open report in a file because it's more convenient to read it here, and can see statistics, average merge request time, and we can see it's almost 3 days here. And it depends really on the project size. For huge projects where we have a lot of people who involved in the review process, it may be fine. For middle and small projects, to be honest, it's a place for improvement. And more interesting, even if you remember our Jira report, we have 6 days in code review status. And here we have 3 days for review. That means that people spend 3 days in Git, working in Git, reviewing code there, but they just forget or skip status updating. That means that this prevents us from delivering faster and seeing results faster, test our hypothesis quicker. And it's a real problem, and it's what should be fixed. And it's really clear when we see these digits together. Yeah, and other statistics like rework rates, rejected MRs, failed pipelines, and the same statistics for a person. So we can understand, for example, that the longest review is for this request. And here we need to understand, is it problem for the process or problem about a person, what we would like to fix. So all of these interesting insight can be found in these reports. If we return back to Noxs, we can understand that it allows us to work with some searching, aggregation of information as well, and understanding, finding information quicker without distributing our managers. For example, we can evaluate performance or efficiency of our team members quick. For example, I just tried to show the efficiency of Anton for January 2026. And it can be useful for any purpose, for different purposes. First of them, I explained when I started a presentation of these reports, and spoke about maybe some escalations from clients about performance of specific team member of the whole team, or maybe we have probation period and need to make decision, or our employee requested review of their salary, and we would like to also understand how efficiently they work. So it's also the quick way to receive this insight via one request and aggregate all this data together. What else? For sure, the number of these requests are not limited because it depends on the processes, on your use cases here. But what is also interesting for us, we will show and focus on these use cases, is to understand, for example, how we spend time and how we efficient here. It's also easy and really quick to see if the time that we spend correlates with our planned time. If not, it's possibly a place to research why this happened. Yeah, and we can see Noxs quickly, within minutes, provides results. Time spent in February, in the last month, because I didn't specify specific months here, just 95, and planned 14. And we have a real problem, let's say, for this Jira project with estimation, and it shall be fixed, and it's clearly displayed here. And what's next and important, I would like to show you is how Noxs can control predictively project execution to prevent this potential risk. For example, even with hours, with some performance, we just need to give and explain to Noxs some instructions, give instructions, what we expect from our ideal process for the team. like provide some benchmarks. It can be some kind of, if we spent 80% of budget and just finished 60% of work, notify managers, notify delivery managers, notify me as CEO or CTO or any top manager role. Or for example, if we spent about 1,000 hours in this month, also notify us, because this is a level when we need to jump and review what happened with our delivery. Possibly it's a risky moment to explain more than we wanted to explain to our clients later. But this is really a huge, let's say, request that require some period for data gathering. It's good for a month's perspective, for several week perspective, when we work for a long time with Noxs, because it requires some period for gathering this data. What I can show right now quickly, this example with time estimation, with estimated time and with spend time, because for example, if my actually spend time more than estimated time by 80%, I would like to know about it. And this is similar principle to the examples that I explained before. I just show how it works. And you can ask that Jira can send all this notification to us in direct message, sorry, not direct message to email, and you're right. But as I explained before, it's really a lot of noise and alerts that I just understand as a spam, and I don't pay attention to them at all. And here it can be examples where you navigate or what should be sent to just simple employees, what should be sent to managers, and what should be sent to you as a top leader when you should be involved in some situation before it become a real risk and real problem for the whole company. And yeah, you can see that just Noxs understood my my process and it will track it. Then when I go to Jira, this is a task management tool that we are using and that is integrated to Noxs right now. As an example, we can see that estimated time for this task is 1 hour. And if someone, in this example, I will log for hours, as a example, with an hour example, what's happened when I return back to Noxs? I expect that I will receive a notification in direct message with Noxs, and I will be able to react somehow. I will be notified. I can apply some actions toward this notification. In this example, this is more like, let's say, management side of example, when they go and will solve this problem with their team. For top management level, as I explained before, it will be examples that just require longer time, longer periods, because it's more like difficult, more strategic examples. But the approach is the same. You just receive a notification, or we can call it escalation, when some people already didn't react, but they should react to this notification, but they didn't. So you will receive some kind of escalations about important problems to you, about budget, about some missed deadlines, huge scope changes, etc. As a rule, it will require maybe a couple of minutes while this can be delivered, because, as I said, the period is longer because we work weeks, months on projects, and it's important to just receive these notifications on longer period. But let's give some time to react and handle this use case. Yeah, perfect. So you can see example, a pattern of how it works. And yeah, you just see that something happened. You can track what happened, open details, and somehow react. So maybe you have any questions to me or my team.
Hi, everyone.
So,
hey, me, this is Ivan.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, how do you guys approach? This seems like to work for predictable type of projects where scope is clear, you understand everything needs to be done to get to the goal line per se. But how do you approach projects where scope is unclear and what everything that needs to be done to complete it when it comes to that predictability and looking ahead and to minimize the risk of not completing something, let's say, within specified time frame or budget? How does Noxs handle those projects, which are, let's say, typically in software development type of projects?
Yeah, so good question. To be honest, the most important what we need to have some digital steps. So if you track somehow your activities, so we expect that you need to track at least ongoing activities or like past activities. We will work with this information for sure. If this we work in agile, and majority of teams work in agile, and the scope can change, some hypotheses can be tested and added, updated. It's clear, but the main idea that you track situation as is, and Noxs will highlight all possible risk as is based on, let's say, this sprint or next upcoming sprint. If you already plan this, it will highlight that, for example, you add a lot of tasks to existing sprint, and based on your team capacity, it's not possible to finish. Please stop adding tasks or pay attention and review it right now, rather than explain to your top managers later why you didn't deliver it on time. We will have explanation why this happened, because Noxs will notify you several times about these, let's say, red flags that occur at your project right now. So even if you don't have full scope documented in Jira or any other tool, it will be possible to react on the current situation. If you have, for sure, some tool where you track this, because if you don't have it, unfortunately, Noxs cannot be integrated with nothing, and we just need to have something where we can see data about the project.
Okay, thanks.
Thank you. Maybe any other questions, comments? And in conclusion, I would like to say that risk automation is really important. But first of all, it's necessary to understand the real picture of the current state without human misinterpretation. And for this, we suggest to run health check report without any investment. And health check reports can define as is picture and highlight strong and weak areas. Weak areas is potential risk. Strong areas, perfect. And based on these reports, it's possible to understand the current processes and understand how well you manage them manually, or maybe some automation may be required, and which kind of automation is required. So if no one have more questions, I would like to thank you, say thank you for everyone. And we plan to conduct several webinars, as Alona mentioned in the beginning, and all information can be found on our pages in LinkedIn. And I don't want to say goodbye, because we have these webinars, and we will be glad to see all of you there. Maybe your team members who are interested in them. And thank you, guys.
Thank you. Take care.
Bye.